I had another question about slide 48, and that has to do with this cooperation agreement. And I know that there's a lot of discussion about the general fund and maximizing the return to the general fund. So, I mean, a person looking at this slide might conclude that well, it compares the scenario if we don't do a stadium or any other project compared to doing the stadium. And a person might conclude that this chart seems to say to me that we would have 3 times more return if we didn't do the stadium, 98 million versus 31 million. Is that right? I mean, what's the answer to that? What is that an incorrect assessment, or?
So I think first, to start to answer your question, I think I'd like to sort of explain a little bit more about the biggest piece in that slide, which is the cooperation agreement.
Yeah.
The cooperation agreement is an agreement between the city and the agency, whereby the agency purchased land from the city and agreed to pay that back over time. And it agreed to pay lease revenues, and it agreed to pay tax increment to the extent it was available after other redevelopment activities, to the extent not required by other redevelopment activities. And so this slide is meant to recognize that there's the potential, if by choosing not to adopt an SB 211 amendment, thereby the agency would no longer have the ability to implement any other redevelopment activities, that 67 million in tax increment could be used to repay this obligation. And in addition, there's a couple of other items, one being the land itself, which is estimated at 22 million, and the additional property tax revenue the general fund could receive if it didn't do that SB 211 amendment. And the total is 98 million. And you're right, if the agency elected not to amend the plan in order to enable itself to do further redevelopment activities, it could achieve that 98 million, whereas proceeding with this stadium, it could only achieve 31 million with one team and 67 million with 2 teams.
Thank you.